Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today it's a very important milestone in the history of TM Index. We are extremely pleased to be able to put our first footprints in Asia, especially China, which is a rising economic powerhouse. Firstly, I would like to introduce our business operations. TM Index is a leading online provider of index futures trading and related services to retail and institutional customers worldwide. TM Index was subsequently awarded a financial license by the Australian Securities and Investment Commission, the ASIC, with the license number 326375. After fulfilling stringent capital and regulatory requirements. We currently employ more than 2,000 employees across 8 offices and operate in over 20 countries globally. What is really exciting for me is to be able to see how far we have come since we first opened our doors in 2008. And what TM Index has collectively achieved over the years. We have transformed our business portfolio strategically and have grown from strength to strength. We started out as a local brokerage firm dealing primarily in index futures with institutional and retail clients in Australia. Today, we are one of the world's leaders in index trading, with total assets under management of over $2 billion US. Besides index-related products, TM Index also offers CFDs, forex trading, futures and option trading. TM Index is also extremely proud to boast an excellent wealth management division, which has achieved over 183% return on investment consistently in the last 3 years, which will undoubtedly be the major engine driving our future growth. TM Index first began our operations in Australia and neighboring New Zealand as an index brokerage firm in 2008. Growing quickly in the local market, we were able to expand into the United States towards the end of 2009. We further diversified our business into the major financial hubs of the European markets in 2010, such as Switzerland, London, and France. In the following year, we successfully established our presence in the Middle East with our first office in Dubai in 2011. And in 2013, we welcomed our first African clients on board in Johannesburg, South Africa. I am extremely excited for the future of TM Index. We have now built a solid foundation to fulfill our aspiration to become the world's leading major index trading institution. This aspiration reflects my strong belief that delivering value to shareholders is not just about building the capacity of the organization to perform and grow consistently in the short term, but also ensuring that TM Index can deliver sustainable performance and value over the long term. It also reflects my views about what makes companies successful, and this translates into a clear set of priorities for TM Index. Market leaders produce the highest long-term shareholder returns and we need to increase our market share in our core businesses. This brings me back to my earlier point today about Asia, why it is an important business hub for the future, and why TM Index has a strong long-term strategic interest in the region. As it stands now, Asia appears to have everything going for it. The recent financial crisis, while of course leaving its mark, has left Asian economies largely unscattered, mainly due to the high Chinese growth rate and strong intra-regional trade. The World Bank has projected the region to be amongst the fastest growing regions in the coming decades, while over the next 5 years, nearly half of all economic growth outside the United States is projected to come directly from Asia. Over the next decade, Asia's middle class will grow dramatically. This is one of the most important points in the future global economic landscape. Just 3 years ago, a little more than half of the world's middle class, or about 1 billion people, lived in Europe and North America. By 2030, the OECD expects that 2/3 of the world's middle class, or about 3 billion people, will live in the Asia Pacific. They will account for almost 60% of total middle class consumption, compared to just 25% in 2009. Asia's emerging middle class is a critical engine of growth, particularly in large countries such as China, Vietnam, and Indonesia. In terms of economic output, Asia as a whole will soon overtake Europe and match that of the United States. Asia will become home to more millionaires than the US and Europe combined. And even today, China already boasts more millionaires than the UK. And their average age stands at an enviable 43. Combined with the fastest growing emerging economies in Southeast Asia, I believe there is no doubt that Asia will become the next economic powerhouse. The reality here is that we need to look to Asia for our future growth. Regardless if you do business in Asia, you cannot ignore it, especially China. China has the second largest middle class population in the world. And by 2015, 200 million Chinese will have annual incomes exceeding $10,000 US. In Indonesia, the economy has growing at 5 to 6% a year. Government finances have been getting back under control, and the local stock market shown great promise, providing a more stable and attractive environment for both foreign and Indonesian investment. Recent leadership changes in Malaysia have also been encouraging. After a period of fiscal stimuli, government spending and monetary policy is under control. Tight controls continues on foreign investment, but the overall outlook for investment in Malaysia also is encouraging, with growth rates in Malaysia at over 4.3%. The progressive opening of the Vietnamese economy has led to dramatic effects. Besides China, Vietnam also boasts one of Asia's best performing economies, matching China at 5 to 6% a year. Over the last 2 decades, even conflict zones such as Cambodia have achieved national reconciliation and peace after a history of struggle. Where it still remains as one of the least developed economies, with the support of the United Nations and the International Monetary Fund throughout the 1990s, the economy has performed tremendously, with annual growth rates averaging 7% in the recent years. Cambodia's banking system is still at a very early stage of development, and at present offers major opportunities for financial and banking sectors in the economy, continues to grow. It is clear that Asia presents unprecedented opportunities for TM Index, and I hope that quick insights let you understand our future plans, as well as how our competitive presence creates value for our clients and our stakeholders. Going forwards, we aspire to create an institution that provides the best value for our clients and further grow our business globally. The days where competitive pricing and marketing of the hottest product of the week will soon become history, and in its place, market competition will be focused on the needs and the requirements of the clients. TM Index will continue to listen to our clients, understand their needs, and continue to take well-planned steps into the future. I would like to express my gratitude to all my associates, especially our Chief Operating Officer, Mr. Jose Evans. Without, we could not have achieved so much so quickly. Everyone in TM Index, all who are present here today, can be proud to have contributed so decisively in transforming TM Index into the successful business that it is today. On behalf of TM Index, I would like to thank all of you for your continued support and confidence in us, giving us the strength to consistently raise the bar and to set our sights on greater goals. Thank you all.
Thank you so much.